What's good, fam? Let's get straight to it. Forget everything you thought you knew about Drake being untouchable, cause what I'm about to break down ain't just the usual clowning. I got some fresh info for you. Nah, not that stale meme from last week, but actual wild new levels of Drake catching public ills, all because this man decided to pull the wildest Oktoberfest move we've ever seen. Bro went from Grammy-winning rapper to Oktoberfest cosplayer, rocking a vintage Chanel overall set like he about to invent a whole new flavor of cringe, and managed to make all of social media look at him like he really lost the plot. I ain't gonna hold you, seeing Drake lean into this Oktoberfest fit, acting like he's the mascot for Too Hot to Hendl, got me rethinking if this man's serious about anything but chasing trends for clout. And y'all, if you thought his past stunts was something, you're gonna wanna stick around, because it gets way deeper than just a goofy outfit in Germany. Drake touched down in Munich on September 20th, not to spit verses or drop some Toronto energy, but to pop up like it was his own personal costume party. Dude rolled through Oktoberfest in a pair of vintage Chanel denim overalls. Yeah, you heard me right. Chanel denim from 1993, topped off with that Too Hot to Hendl, Le Cook and Herzen pen, and a name tag that probably had the whole crowd reading like, "Hey yo, what is this?" If that ain't the biggest identity crisis in hip-hop history, I don't know what is. I mean, this is the same dude who gave us 8 a.m. in Charlotte, now looking like he about to jump into a German folk dance competition for TikTok likes. You see the photos, you already know. Drake was posted up like he's trying to bring Oktoberfest to the entire OVO crew, but they look lost, just awkward. It's like they'd never been outside the club before. Straight do the roar, meme material, right from Shrek. If you told me 5 years ago, we see Drake swapping 6 God for Schnitzel, I call you wild, but here we are. And yo, people went in on him for this. The internet clowns so hard, you think Drake dropped a diss track against himself. Some folks were out here confused like, ain't it September? How you at Oktoberfest? Come on, fam. Basic geography wasn't what got us here. This was about how out of place this man looked, trying to fit in somewhere he ain't never belonged. His own fans split down the middle. You got the diehards trying to defend him like, he's just having fun, let him live. But most folks saw the desperation. The comments said it all. Nobody knew if this man was celebrating a tour, dodging the Kendrick smoke, or just so lost in the influencer sauce that he'll jump on any trend if it means a camera pointed his way. But yo, if you think the outfit's where the story ends, nah, Drake doubled down. During his show in Munich on the 19th, he popped out with a beer stein almost bigger than his career at this point, holding it up like he the hometown hero. He tried to blend in, doing this toast for the crowd and everything, but it just felt forced. Normally, when an artist embraces local culture on stage, you give him props. But the whole vibe felt like an awkward social experiment. Instead of bringing folks together, all you saw was OVO looking nervous, like they ready to dip if someone tried to play Not Like Us over the speakers. Bro wasn't blending in. He stuck out harder than ever. You could see it on his face, like all them recent L's from Kendrick Lamar and even streamers like Cenat, just stacking up nonstop, turning Drake from top of the charts to leader of the clown league. And that brings us to the real question. Is this appreciation or just Drake doing what Drake always do? Grabbing onto somebody else's culture the second he feels his own brand drying up. Cause let's keep it 100. This ain't new for the dude. The man's been code switching more than a service provider with bad reception. Today is Germany. Tomorrow he's back with fake patois in the UK. Next week he's up in Atlanta trying to talk trap. You'd think after all these years he'd find a lane to stick to. But nah, Drake keeps swerving, picking up every accent and trend he can just for that temporary buzz. But this Oktoberfest stunt, it hit a whole new level because now even the wildest Drake fans looking at him like, yo, what happened to you? He ain't even running back to the 6 anymore. Towns like Atlanta kicked him to the curb after he lost all credibility. And let's not even talk about LA. Hip hop, sacred grounds like that, don't want him cosplaying around anymore after the stunts he pulled. Europe was supposed to be the escape, but these lazy is all a blur tour stops with fake crowds and crowds louder booing than cheering. As a rap, Drake genuinely looked like he's spiraling, posting everything on social just trying to prove he having fun. You ever see someone go out of their way that much to show they're good? You know they're not good. I mean, peep the way the OVO squad moves around him at Oktoberfest. Whole crew looking mad awkward, not even blending in, just flexing for the story, not really living it. Every single move Drake makes is like a new, please look at me moment. Bro wanna be an influencer so bad, it's crazy. I'm talking about a man who used to be known for penning emotional classics, now known for goofy fits and overbaked memes instead of hot tracks. The role reversal is wild. Feels like the only time folks talk about his tour is when it's failing. Not when he dropping heat, not when he getting standing ovations, just L after public L. Real talk, y'all. You made it this far, you already know what time it is. If you're rocking with this video and you want me to keep exposing these goofy moments, go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe. We keeping it raw over here, breaking down these L's in real time. But don't drop out now, because I haven't even touched the wildest parts yet. There's way more behind the scenes drama on how Drake went from cultural mover to honestly hip hop's biggest joke. Next up, We're going to break down why even his #1 stans can't fake the hype anymore, and how all these attention stunts are dragging his whole brand down even worse. Y'all not ready? Stay locked in. But see, the weirdest part in all this ain't even what Drake does out in public. It's how he trying to play this influencer game on the heels of every L like nobody notices. Let's just keep it all the way real. Back in the day when Drake had the city on his back with classic after classic, he ain't care about stunting for the gram like that. This man cared about rapping, storytelling, making people feel something. But nowadays, it's like every single move got to be content for social, outfits for clicks, parties for memes, random collabs just to manufacture some buzz where he lost it. Bro out here thinking if he just smiles and clowns around enough, we all about to forget he's been ducking true MCs and standing on stage with empty bars. You see it everywhere too, from that viral CLB bonnet he posed in to every time he puts himself out there looking wilder than the OVO owl logo. He more focused on going viral off memes than he ever is on spitting something with weight again. That's why, for a lot of us watching, this don't feel like cultural appreciation at all. This straight up feel like a scramble to hold on to any kind of relevance, and he'll dip into whatever trend will have him. Look at the record, bro being UK drill Drake, then he the Afrobeats king, then back to Caribbean patois, now Oktoberfest energy, like he got Munich roots. Next week, he gonna be out here wearing a cowboy hat in Texas or sipping espresso in Italy, trying to blend in, and none of it feel authentic. Even the stans who used to ride for him, no matter what, can't keep the hype alive forever. You see him online, half straight roasting, half embarrassed for their own taste back in 2015. Even his last few singles barely moved the culture. Nobody quoting the bars, just clowning the clips whenever he does something offbeat. And the wild part, a lot of this drags up that old argument about is Drake appropriating or appreciating. But honestly, at this point, it barely even matter, because whatever he's trying to do, he's not doing it with love for the culture. He's doing it with love for attention. It's opportunistic, not organic, and you can taste the desperation in every choice. Like, I ain't never seen a 38-year-old icon working this hard to stay trendy, then failing this bad and doubling down on it, like he proving a point nobody asked for. Bro is too busy trying to look like he living good, rather than just actually living and putting out some heat. Meanwhile, every other city he visits, it feel like they're real artists and they're real scenes. Just let him play dress up for the night, then send him packing. No love lost, no real roots grown. Now, zoom out a bit and peep the pattern. Every time he catches a loss, Drake don't shoot back in the booth, like when he had that dog in him. He floods social media with distracted posts, random wild fits, acts like the ill never happened. He don't even mention names unless he know he's safe. He ain't dropped a real Kendrick Lamar diss. He just keep poking at streamer dudes like Cenat now, because he know he can't really lose there. He avoiding lyrical beef because he know a real MC gonna do damage. So he rather clown with folks who don't even rap for real. But you can see right through it. Everybody from Aiden Ross to I Show Speed catching sneak shots, because he'd rather spar with internet personalities than step in the ring with the real problems. It's like he hoping we forget them Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar wars, because if he catch another one, it's gonna be ugly. And real talk, let's talk about Cenat real quick. Kai, a straight up Twitch streamer, not even a rapper, got the guts to throw a Degrassi line at Drake. The net went wild. It ain't even matter if Kai bars was tight, because just the fact he did it and got reactions shows what's really happened. The respect is in the gutter. You can't have random streamers feeling comfy enough to clown you and not expect the whole timeline to feel that energy too. It's top tier meme material, but it's also a sign Drake lost control of the narrative. Facts. Used to be only real rappers took shots because they wanted that smoke, and even then had to come correct. Now we got influencers and MCs alike going at Drake, making the crowd root against him for sport. Back in the day, that would have never happened. That's a steep fall, another L to the resume. What messes me up is, it didn't have to be this way. I'ma keep it a buck. If Drake just focused on making quality again, put soul and hunger back in his projects, let the antics fall to the side, maybe some of them crowds would get hype again. Maybe these random fits and influencer moves would look like a flex instead of a cry for attention. But bro, let the clown act get too big to contain, and now we all waiting on the next L headline instead of the next fire single. That's the contrast. Look at dudes who keep it real, don't pretend for cameras, and just keep adding to their own legacy. Kendrick Lamar don't need to hop festivals or change up for the next viral look. Everything he touch buzzes cause it's real. Pusha T stays thorough, still get respect. Drake's out here wilding for social media and being the only one surprised when no one rewinds his tracks. Even now, the most viral thing about Drake is how much of a meme he's become. You look at any music blog or any hip hop page, it's always, look how Drake embarrassed himself, not look how he shook up the game. If your goofiest moment gets more engagement than music you put real effort behind, you gotta start asking the tough questions. The OVO brand been sliding, and what's wild, the more he tries to force these influencer moments, the more fans start turning away, waiting for him to actually step up again or just give it up altogether. It's rough out here. At the end of the day, this is where the Drake story stands. He could have used all this backlash as a reason to get serious, to snap back and remind folks why he ran this industry for years. but instead he stuck cosplaying life instead of living it. All these Oktoberfest antics, influencer alliances, and please like me fits, they just add another layer to a legacy falling apart. Nobody asking for goofy costumes and social flexes. We want bars, we want soul, we want that energy that made him special in the first place. Until we see that every new photo op, every meme moment, just gonna keep stacking up L's. So, real talk, y'all. Let me know, is Drake done for good, or you think he still got one last real move left in him? Is all these influencer stunts just the new normal for washed rappers, or can anybody actually bounce back from this kind of fall off? Drop your thoughts, hit that subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown, and if you really rocking with this channel, you already know it's nothing but W's over here. Appreciate you for watching and keeping it real. Catch y'all next video. Peace.